Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, I think we're live. Can you guys hear me? Because I believe I can. I don't need my headphones. I believe. I believe I can just straight up talk because there's no guest this time. So I don't need to hear them. So let me see if y'all can hear me. We're live. This is the first time I'm using the StreamYard platform to do live streams. Oh, you guys can hear me. Let me turn me down. I forgot to turn myself down. Oh God, keep forgetting to do that on my phone. All right, you guys can hear me. Great. I don't need those headphones. Great. All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another live stream here. This was fan requested. Shout outs to Kai Pologetic. Hope I got that right. I butcher names sometimes that y'all know I butcher names already on commentary. I butcher names all the time. That's a southern accent, okay? Anyway, thank you for the request. I don't know why my freaking lighting keeps going in and out, but hey, we appreciate the request. For this stream is how to book a star after a loss and how to write the art of writing a promo in universe mode. So, I got my notes together. I'm ready to give my advice on what I do when I write promos, how I go about booking, how I went about booking almost 10 years now. So it's going to be very interesting to get my perspective and get y'all's. And I told you guys to bring questions and questions that I can answer in the chat. So hopefully you guys have your questions ready to go. I realized next time we're going to schedule the stream in advance because I can do the scheduling on here too. So neat. I love this platform so much. It's so much better than OBS because OBS is such a mess. For some odd reason, OBS just doesn't want to work on my computer now. It used to be perfectly, but now it's just terrible. So I'm just probably going to use this from now on because it's so much easier. And I'm thinking about possibly getting the premium version for at least a month or two if I really, really grind that on stream so I can put the little presentation thing on there. Like, I'm going to have me on the side and then have the graphics showing. Oh man, I have so many ideas. Anyway, it's been a great week for me personally. I've had an amazing time. Want to thank everybody for the support on the Coletrain interviews. You guys have absolutely killed it on the Coletrain interviews. Boy 123 Gym interview is eclipsing almost 115 views. We have another interview scheduled for Monday. We'll be with Miss Lucy Ray. More details on that whenever that gets edited. That will be on Monday afternoon. And then we're gonna take a little break for a while from the interviews. We're gonna be getting into NXT Takeover London, WrestleMania London, WCW Wrestle War, and ECW Living Dangerously. And then my mode will start after that. So we're gonna have a little break as Coletrain gets together the rest and get commentary together on the rest of the universe mode stuff, and then I'm gonna get back and then I'll have my interview with Expert Gaming after that. He will be the next one that will be interviewed, so stay tuned for that. He already have him down on the list. He'll be next, and then we'll move forward with our next guest after that. Yes, unfortunately, the platform streaming on multiple platforms is premium only. I was going to try to stream on Twitch at the same time, but that is a premium feature only, unfortunately. Really wish that we can do multiple platforms, but that will be hopefully a thing when I have a little bit of extra income. We'll be able to pay for this every month and really, really get our use out of it. But really, really wish, but unfortunately can't do it right now. Well, yeah, that's pretty much how everything's going with the interviews. Next one Monday, Universe Mode should be back very soon. Universe Mode War should be back very soon as well, and etc. Now, let's get right into it. I don't want to waste any time. I know people got a lot to do. I have a lot. I'm still recording a lot of things, editing a lot of things, so I don't want to take too much of your time. Let's start off with how to book a star after a loss in a universe mode. So I assume this is a main event, mid card, prominent star on your universe mode. How do you go about booking them after after they've taken a loss? Most things I do is kick them off of television for a little while. I don't have them show up for at least maybe 1 or 2 weeks, just so I can figure out their next story. Um, or if they lost in a controversial fashion, I typically have them on at least the episode after pop sometimes, or the episode or 2 episodes after. That's my way of figuring out what's next. Sometimes I don't know what's next immediately for that star, but sometimes I already know what they're going to go into. Whether that be another feud, whether that be chasing the championship, if this is an explanation of if this is a scenario where a champion or challenger loses, if it's a champion that loses, I typically, like I said, I keep them off for a while and I set up the next feud for when they come back. That's the best way to do it. You don't want to have your star floating around with nothing to do, especially with them losing a massive match. They're going to need to either explain why they lost, explain the context of the loss, what's next for them. Are they going to continue going for that championship? Are they going to move on to somebody else? Is somebody going to attack them or move on to them? That's the lost art of storytelling when somebody loses. How you respond is key. And unfortunately, most people don't know how to respond, including in real life wrestling. Most bookers don't know how to book somebody after they lose. Sometimes I have flaws with booking somebody after they lost. I'll give you an example. When Shinsuke Nakamura lost the World Heavyweight Championship, he disappeared for 2 months. One of the worst blunders I've ever made booking a universe mode. The man disappeared. Had no explanation, no reason, no what's next. It just, he was gone. He was gone. You can't have that happen. The only way I'll say someone can go for a long period of time is if they're getting a new character or they're turning heel or babyface, depending on how the match went. Sometimes you have the excuse where you can take them off of television if they're going into a new character. Now, I love me personally, I love doing that. I'm going to turn my light on because, give me a second. Let me turn my light on because this light and darkness is bothering me. So give me a quick second. Okay, so much better because the light and darkness was bothering me. I'm back now. But a big thing with me is I love explanations when it comes to universe mode. If you give me a reason why somebody lost, or you give me an excuse of why somebody's not on TV, you're gonna have my interest. I like a why. I don't want to just be second guessing myself sometimes. And the biggest thing is the response, the immediate response. The response after a loss is critical to any character in a story. If your response or the character response and the booking is incredible, then most people won't pay attention to how they lost or why they lost because the response immediately after the loss meant something. That's what I love to see when a major star loses. The response. How are they going to respond? And I have been getting on the bookers I've been training. The reaction. The reaction matters. Because if that star doesn't react or doesn't care or forgets that they lost the previous night or previous weeks, then what was the point of the loss? How did I always tell them, how did the loss affect you? That's the critical question you have to answer whenever you're booking at a star after they lost. How did it affect them? What was the outcome of the loss? Like, Why? What was what's their mentality after? I'll give you an example of ways to respond to a loss, a good way and a terrible way. Let's start with the terrible way first. We all seen WrestleMania 39, right? Cody Rhodes, the main event. He was the savior that we all wanted. He was the one that we wanted to beat Roman Reigns. I'm not going to get to the debate on that. If you want to know my opinion on how I feel about that, go listen to the Hot Tag podcast with J&W and J-Dog. I gave my opinion on that on there. But Cody Rhodes, right after he lost to Roman Reigns, he gave him props. He complimented the biggest heel in wrestling to some people. Not all. But one of the biggest heels in WWE. He complimented him after he lost. That's not a way to do it. Because remember, y'all know how Cody Rhodes lost, right? He lost because the bloodline cheated to win. How are you complimenting someone that cheated to beat you? Shouldn't you be mad? Shouldn't you be upset? Shouldn't you be going to authority saying that, hey, I want this guy again? Or shouldn't he be going to authority saying, give me Solo Sikoa? Solo Sikoa, he cost me a chance at Destiny. I want to kick his butt. I want him in the ring right goddamn now. You don't get there and congratulate and give props to the biggest heel in WWE. The response matters. That right there, I can tell you guys now, that turned off so many people to Cody Rhodes' story because of the response. It matters at the end of the day. I don't care what you do weeks from now. You need to have a proper response to a loss. Give me some character-defining moments. Because that's what I love to see. Character development. And with a universe mode, the possibilities are endless for ultimate character development, ultimate payoff to the story you want to tell. A good example of a response, once again, I'll give you a good example. Let's go to season 7, Monday Night Raw, with the main event picture for WWE, for Raw, for the WWE Championship. This is a good example of a response. Most of you have. I don't know if y'all have seen it, but look at the response that Expert Gaming put after Vengeance and how he built up to WWE Payback and how the WWE Championship became one of the biggest things on the show because of the response to that amazing triple threat match that J&W Boss did, by the way. Shout out to J&W Boss. That amazing triple threat match. The immediate reaction 24 hours later. And how everybody was wondering, what's next? What's next? Who's going to be next? If they couldn't do it, who else could do it? That is a proper way to respond to 2 stars losing. Perfect way. You had the story. You had the reasoning. We seen what the 2 stars did after the triple threat. They had a grand old time for Payback, didn't they? Some of them did. That's how you're supposed to do it. That's a great response. I'll give another example with Kenny Omega. Kenny Omega in CTP again, NXT TakeOver Chicago 2. He won the big one. He became the NXT champion. And you know the immediate response right after that takeover? We knew exactly where Kenny Omega was going after. His next story was set up. The person he lost to, his arc changed. It was defined. He moved. Drew McIntyre moved to another brand. He was traded to another brand after his loss. So we've seen how the loss affected Drew McIntyre later on in the season when he was traded. It was a downhill spiral in NXT. McIntyre's rise to the top of NXT was all gone. And he was traded away right after. But we knew McIntyre wanted that championship, and he played a prominent factor in the NXT championship going into NXT TakeOver Atlanta. That's another perfect way to showcase a response. They knew what they were going with. They knew what was next for McIntyre going into the next few weeks. You gotta know what's next. You got to. There's no choice on that. If you don't know what's next, then what was the point of the loss? The guy should have won then. You gotta know what's next. That's the key. That is the biggest key of them all. You can take them off of television. You can have a promo showcasing their next feud, their next motivation. You can have maybe an authority figure get under their skin and set up the next story. Explain the controversy that would happen if it's controversial. Or if someone has lost for the first time in a long time, their streak was broken. What will be the grand reaction to that? Based on the character that you have, how are you going to go about that if someone's streak was broken for the first time in your universe mode? That's the questions that you need to answer. You guys, that is the biggest way to book a star after a loss. It's pretty much that. It's pretty much that. Easily to do it. What did who do that was so controversial? I don't know. Chicken Gods Chucks. I don't know who you're talking about. Who are you talking about? What did he do though? Okay. I'll let him explain more and then I'll answer that question. But that's my ways of how I go about booking a star after a loss. The response is critical. Oh, the examples I used was with the WWE Championship for season 7 with Vengeance with the triple threat and how the 2 stars after the response after losing that match, how their stories were already set up for the next month. Then I used Kenny Omega winning the NXT Championship and how Drew McIntyre went on a downhill spiral. Who he beat. He went on a downhill spiral leading up to his eventual exit of NXT. That was the 2 examples I used for the controversial, because they both scenarios, they got beaten a certain way. The men got beaten a certain way, and the immediate response was they went right into another story, and you've seen that response. That what I was trying to pinpoint for you guys is to have a response to somebody losing. Don't go and forget everything that happened. No, you gotta set up your next story afterwards. Any tips on turning someone like a beloved babyface, a babyface with heart, or a dominant powerhouse heel, or a cocky, arrogant heel? So you want tips of turning someone heel or a babyface in those scenarios? That's a good question. I ain't gonna lie. That is a good question. I haven't had to deal with that in a long time. I mean, when you're turning someone heel that is beloved, that shows heart inside the ring, you really gotta showcase that change in attitude over a week's period of time. Because if they're so beloved with the fans and the fans love them so much, you got to showcase minor details. And this is what Super Kid Gaming has preached to me and many others over the last year or so. The minor details in a match or a segment is critical. especially when you're beginning to turn someone that is beloved heel. You can't just do that immediately. I like to do signs, and I don't know if you guys like this or not, but I know some people like to show signs of the um of someone turning heel over the course of a few months. That's what I love to do too. Cause I want you to go back and look back and say, oh man, I should have seen that coming. He showed it right here in this episode. He did this, he did that. He lost this, he lost that. He reacted like this. If you can showcase a slow burn, slow sign of a heel turn, then that is the best way to turn a beloved babyface heel, because then when the trigger happens, you'll never see it coming. Never see it coming. And you got it. You can't make it too predictable neither. It has to be a surprise. Because sometimes they always say sometimes predictability is good, but when you're turning someone that's beloved heel, you really can't do it in a predictable fashion. You got to be like, man, wow, I did not see that coming. I did not expect that guy or girl to go heel after everything they've done, after everything they've been through, and after everything the fans have cheered them on for these X amount of months. They did this to us. It really got to break the fans' heart. And when you do the heel turn, let it be someone that's also beloved or someone on the rise. Let's say a scenario where whenever you turn this beloved babyface heel, he attacks someone or does something to someone that's on the rise that you built up, booked as the next top guy for the last few months. And when that guy's about to win the big one, that beloved babyface just comes out of nowhere and says, not today. You ain't winning nothing today, partner. He just takes him out. Hit him with a chair, hit him with a kendo stick, hit him with a sledgehammer, whatever you want to do to hit him with. Clotheslines him. He hits him with a finisher. I don't know. Anything you want to do to get creative with it. He takes that up and coming guy out. But he's a beloved babyface. A babyface with heart. A person that we as an audience has invested so much time in, and he does that to us against the next best thing, the next big thing. He shows that jealousy because he feels like his spot is about to be taken. That right there, folks, is a great way to turn someone so beloved heel. Now, how do you turn a powerhouse heel or a cocky, arrogant heel babyface? Well, if they're arrogant, they're cocky, they think they're all that, again, you got to show a downhill spiral. We got to feel sympathetic for them. We got to see them losing over and over and over again. Their confidence being shattered. We got to see them not wanting to be there. To get the fans on their side. To get the fans to be sympathetic with them. We got to see their life come crashing down before you make that swift turn to a babyface. That's the lost art whenever heels turn babyface. Sometimes you don't see the swift downhill spiral where you be like, man, I can't believe X and X and X lost this. I can't believe this happened to this guy. Oh, wow. That's insane. You know, we got to feel that emotional connection with the heel that's turning babyface. That is the two main ways I turn someone in those scenarios, heel or babyface. But it also depends on the character. It depends on the person. It depends on how he acts in your universe mode. All that's different for everyone. Everyone sees someone in a different matter. Whether they like the indie persona better than the WWE persona within WWE Universe mode, or they're just using the version of the character that they love. All that is got to be taken into context. Also, who the guy is, how long they've been babyface, how long they've been heel, and again, the big thing is direction. Let me tell you something about direction, people. Having a direction in the universe mode is so important. If you don't have a direction of your universe mode or don't know where your universe mode is going, it will not be successful. You can't just throw things at the cuff and expect people to care 5 months from now. Plan ahead. Have a direction for your world champions. Know when your world champions are going to lose the belt. Or at least have a good idea. Direction is key, people. Some of the best universe modes on YouTube showcase amazing patience, dedication, and direction. As much as your fans want this X and X to win, if it doesn't make sense for the story, then you don't do that. Simple as that. If the story doesn't match, if the story doesn't make sense to where you want to go, I'm sorry, Timmy. You're going to be an average kid. I'm sorry, Sarah. I'm sorry, Tina. I'm sorry, Tommy. It ain't going to happen. If it doesn't match up with my story I'm telling, I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. Simple as that. Learn to say no to your audience for a proper story. You know, if the audience is that invested, they're going to be there next episode. They're going to be there 3 episodes from now. Tell the right story. Make it make sense with logic. That's how you pull off heel turns. That's how you successfully book somebody after a loss. Telling the right story with logic, making it make sense. That's the key word. Make it make sense. Like you know how people say, make it make sense. When somebody say something stupid, make it make sense. How does that make sense? You gotta ask that question every time you book something. How does that make sense? How does that winner go? How does that winner that you put goes towards a bigger story? That's things that you gotta ask yourself or your team, depending on how many people you have, or your team of people when you're booking. How does this winner make sense in the grand story that you're telling? If you don't do that, then there will be holes, massive holes in your storytelling. There will be massive holes in your character development. And when you pull off a babyface or heel turn, nobody gonna give 2 damns about it. Because there's already holes in your story. Big holes, gape holes, circle holes in your story. Do you think I'm going to care about when you book somebody 6 months down the line? I ain't going to care. I'm not going to care about that. Because there was already holes in your story to begin with. That's what you got to watch. That's what you got to pay attention to when you are making your universe mode. Teamwork makes the dream work too, folks. If you're in a team with someone, you got to partner with someone, communicate. Communication is key. What's good, Donna, man? I know I've seen your thing. I've been rambling. It looked, y'all, it was getting good to me. Anyway, communication is key. Talking amongst one another is key. Telling your ideas is key. You gotta have your ideas showcased to your team members. We can't read minds. We can't read memes. We can't read gifts. Text it. Text it right here. Tell your ideas and give me a reason why. And teammates, if you're booking a scenario with teammates, always ask your member why this is happening. If they don't have a good explanation of why a grander story is happening, then it shouldn't happen. I was told that by J&W Boss multiple times. I was told that by J-Dog when I was getting into this. The great JRJ even told me that in one of his videos. That's the biggest thing. If you can't explain why something's happening, then it shouldn't happen. As simple as that. Simple as that. Multiple people have told me that in my storytelling, in my booking. Let's admit, we could go on about all day of the mistakes I made on booking. Go back as recently as a year ago. Or almost 3 years ago now. Well, season 6. Look at that WrestleMania. There are some mistakes that were made there. Not a perfect mania. You know, there are some things that I regret booking on that show. There's some things I regret people winning on that show. In the long term. But I live with that. I learn with that. And I'm going to make sure those mistakes are not made next season. Simple as that. With this WrestleMania, we're going to get it right. I'm not going to get it wrong this year. Like I got it wrong in 2020. I'm not getting it wrong in 2023. That's how you learn. You live and learn, as that song says. You got to live and learn. Simple as that. But any more other questions you guys got for me? Because I was just rambling at that point. But if y'all got any questions, I can get it to the second portion of the stream. But if I need to clarify anything about booking a star after a loss, booking a babyface, if you give me, maybe you want a scenario that you want to be explained, you want some advice on something, please leave those questions in the chat. I am always down to answer something in the chat. Because these are fun. I like these. These are great. Great things that I ask myself on a daily basis. Great things that you should ask yourself whenever you're booking. Okay, this is something that I am just developing and doing myself, especially for the coming seasons. When you use wrestlers like that you don't know of that much, for one, you gotta do research into them. Look at the wrestling styles, look at how they perform. Because some of those guys, New Japan guys for sure, don't have characters. And when you plug them into a universe mode, it's very interesting to see how you handle them. At that point, oh, hold on. What in God's name? Okay, I had a pop-up for some reason. Don't know what in God's name is this. Oh, it's a programming thing. I was like, what in God's name is popping up on my computer? Okay, anyway. With those guys, you gotta give them a character. You gotta like implement their character in your universe mode. And it's very interesting how you can do that. You can do that in multiple ways. I say, based on the wrestling style, do you think that you can make that a babyface wrestling style or a heel wrestling style? You got to do research into them based on how they walk to the ring, how their interests are. Could you make that a babyface or could you make it a heel entrance? And what's the context of a universe mode? Are they coming to a WWE universe mode? Is it a custom-based universe mode with a custom name? What's the context? What do you want to do with them? You got to ask those questions too. What do you want to do with that guy? First, then you ask yourself, Should this guy be a face? Should this guy be a heel? How does that make sense in the grand scheme of things of my television show? That's the question that you got to ask yourself whenever you're using a guy like Konosuke Takeshita or Kazuchika Okada, Jay White, guys like that. Jay White does have a character. Definitely has a character. But I know some people that say that he doesn't have a character. That's why I use him as an example. You got to ask yourself, how do you want him to look on your universe mode in your company that you're booking? So I know I pretty much. Oh God! Look, I tried. Okay, I tried. He caught me off guard with saying that man's name. All right, I be trying. Okay, but y'all understand the doggone point. Okay, you get the point. Shoot, calling me on my names. Y'all know I be trying. Okay, I do. I love Takeshita. I don't know how to say it. Anyway, I love his matches. I watched it some the other day. It's great. Guys amazing in the ring. Absolutely love him. But that's the questions you gotta ask. Whenever you are booking someone like that. Because there is some people like that just is wrestling. They don't have a promo. They don't have a they don't have they don't talk, so you really can't figure out their mindset going into your universe mode. I lost my train of thought. What I want to say. Okay, I get it, Dino Man. I understand that it's not his name. I'm working on it. We're working on it, okay? Oh man, y'all are hilarious. Y'all are absolutely hilarious. See, look, y'all be worried about the wrong things sometimes, man. You know, don't know why my thing is always acting up with lighting, but you know, it's whatever. Long as y'all can see me and y'all can hear me, that's the most next best thing. You know what I'm saying? I guess. But yeah, any other more questions you guys got before we move on to our next part of the universe mode device? Last call for questions, and make sure you guys please share this video out there. Let everybody know that we're live. Come see me in full color. You know, come chat with me. I like chatting. And keep those questions going in. Because Dino Man's over here giving me a hard time about my name calling. Okay. It's understandable. Sometimes we butcher. You know, sometimes. Not all the time. Oh my God, my picture from yesterday came in. Man, I look good. I went to a cybersecurity event yesterday, and I just see my picture. It's so good. Oh man, feel like look like I've been in the gym. Boy, woohoo! Oh, I look good. I finally got a picture with my best friend in it. Cause we joke around and say that we never take pictures with each other, but now I got two of them now. My best friend. It's great. I'm so happy. That's my computer science best friend, man. He's been one of the biggest and most grateful things I've had this school year. Oh, that's probably why it did. Oh, it's more light. Okay, can you stay on then? Let me see if I can experiment with lighting while I'm sitting here. You know what? We're just gonna. That looks even better. God dang it! Should have closed the doggone blinds. That's why we look so doggone dark. Okay, there we go. That's even better. Y'all could, man. I was like, I was so happy, y'all, because I still can fit. It's been nearly 2 years of college. I can fit all my clothes. I'm happy. I'm happy and grateful. Grateful about that. That we were getting off topic though. All right. So y'all don't got any more questions for booking a star after a loss or any more scenarios, we're gonna get right into our next part of this lovely universe mode device, and that is the art of writing a promo. Now, a lot of people struggle with writing promos, including myself. I think promos are the lost art of wrestling, but a lot of people can't write one, and a lot of people can't say one. You guys know from the past, if you've been here for the last 7 years, or even the last 4, you've known how bad Coletrain promos are. I'm not one to say that I've always known how to write a promo. I've always known how to say one. Heavens no. You just gotta go back and look at my 2K20 promos. 2K19. Oh, I don't even want to talk about half of it. It's the dark days. I'm just saying, it's hard. And 16, 17, 18-year-old me definitely did not know how to do it. I struggled. Sometimes I still do struggle with writing a promo or even saying one. I still haven't understood all the kinks. I still haven't got the right mindset to write a promo because a lot of people just can't really do it. And it's okay. It's okay. I mean, my best advice to you guys, because I know a lot of people don't have the software to say they can type them or use an AI for promos. So the person could just say it. You just put in the AI, you put the audio in there, which I plan on doing at this point because I'm tired of saying it myself. I know a lot of people can't do that because of the technology that they have in their universe mode. The best thing I can say to you is find something where you can type them or voice them if you can't get the AI. Typing them helps because you can sit there and say, I want this guy to say this, hit these beats, and then go on about your business. You're not going to sit there stalling. You're not going to sit there wasting your time saying things over and over and over and over again. He's going to be able to do what he has to do where you don't have to worry about those small details, those minor details anymore. I say personally, that's the best way to go is typing, especially if you don't have the voice or you think you don't have the voice to voice them. Voicing them, you still need to write it out in advance because if you make it up like I do or I used to do, it's gonna sound terrible. And you're gonna make a whole album for your stars. Yes, that happened. And you're gonna sing when one of your biggest co-stars leaves. You sing at the end with someone that shouldn't be singing. That happened. You know, guys, funny part? That was 3 years ago. 3 years ago. That happened. Don't be like me. In that sense. Don't be like me, please. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't make an album for your WWE superstar. Don't sing on commentary. Don't use 90s puns on pod commentary or using or use early 2010s YouTube puns on commentary. Don't do that. You know, what goes up must come down. That's a willpower reference. Yeah, I used to do that a lot. Don't be like me, in that sense. Please don't. Like I said, just write the promo down, get your story beats, and let it go. Don't be there all day. Nobody won't be like when the authority, there behold the king of kings. All your knees start. You hear that every week. You're like, oh my God. Bow down to the. Don't be like them. With those 15-minute Monday Night Raw promos. You don't got time for that. Say what you gotta say. Get that girl or boy out the ring and move on about your business. Nobody won't be here all day. I'm telling you, man. It was a pain to sit there and listen to those authority promos every week. It was the same thing over and over again. Don't start your show off like that. If someone needs to cut a promo, minimum, I'll say 5 minutes. If it's a segment, 5, 6, 7 minutes. You don't need to sit there for 10 to 15 minutes having someone say all those words. Because then you're going to have to record all that. Voice all of that. You don't need that to happen, man. You can get a story off and tell a story in 4 to 7 minutes. You don't need 15 minutes to say words. I promise you, you don't. Because folks, let me tell y'all something, especially about y'all young folks these days, y'all don't have attention spans like that. Y'all watch TikTok. TikTok is 15, 20 seconds. Or 60 at most. In a minute. Do you really think people are going to listen there and listen to Seth Rollins cut a promo for 15, 20 minutes? In a universe mode? I don't think so. I would write for 3 to 7 minutes at minimum for my promo or segment. Now, a segment is different because a lot of things go into a segment. You can have a stare down. You can have them coming out with music. You can have them being interrupted in a segment, or something goes down like a brawl. Someone attacks them in a segment. But the promo part of your segment shouldn't go longer than 7 minutes. I'm just saying. The best segments and promos I've seen have been contained in under 10 minutes. 15 at the most. I've never seen a 20-minute, 25-minute segment that was actually that damn good. It's hard to find those. Just saying. If you can get the promo done in 5 to 7 minutes, that's a cherry pick right there. You tell your story that needs to be told, you move on. An announcement shouldn't take 15 minutes. Your GM, your whatever, should come out, have it done in less than 5. We're on match 1 of the show. Or whatever match it is whenever he comes out. Or she comes out. Shouldn't take that long. That's how you write great universe mode promos. Merce never kept me more than 15 minutes on a promo. Project never kept me more than 15 minutes on a segment. His segments were between 10 to 12 minutes at most. It was never 15, 20 minutes for a segment. Project told the story you need to tell. They did what they had to do, and you were on about your business. That's what the mindset you need to have. Not coming on here and you having these people just run their mouths that damn long. I learned my lesson. Trust you me. And I'm saying this to show you guys how much growth this channel, how much growth Coletrain Productions has had in just 3 years. 3 years ago, I had Batista sing a damn song as a promo. So I've done all the crappy things you can think of in a universe mode. He made an entire damn album on live TV, by the way. This is live TV premiered on this channel. Season 6, the first half. He sung a song. I've done it all. I've done all the bad. Trust me when I tell you, you only need 5 to 7 minutes. Because I thought I needed longer than that, and I dragged it. I had him sing a song, people. If you not The Rock or somebody that charismatic for your promo, they should not be singing. And if they singing, please let them get somebody that can actually sing, do the job. If you can't sing, don't voice that. You better put a voice manipulation in there or something, and let them sing that. Having the concerts. I'm just telling y'all the truth, man. This is truth. I can't make this up, folks. I cannot make this up. This is 3 years ago. We're actually 3 years ago to this day. Actually, we're getting ready for the Elimination Chamber for season 6. It's 3 years ago, people. I'm not making this stuff up. This was my channel. I've been through it all. I've seen it all, folks, in these 10 years. The good, the bad, and the damn right ugly. That was, hey, I admit the greatest woman of all time, Bayley gimmick that I did was great inside the ring. Her promos, not so much. No. If I can go back and do it all over again, I will most definitely have Expert book the greatest woman of all time. You know why? Because Expert actually knows how to write a promo. It would have probably been the best character in Coletrain Productions. With the mind of me and how I wanted her matches, how I wanted her to look, how I wanted her to sound, how she came across on TV with the mind that I have, combined with Expert Gaming's promos. Come on, man. That would have been the best character we've ever booked. Period. She was the thing, and this is the funny part, people. Bayley was the top woman in the series at the time. She was the hottest thing going. No one can touch her. And I go back and watch it, and I'm like, her promos were so bad. That's why I can't say that if I rank my top 10 stars I ever had, yes, she's in it, of course, because she changed so much about the series. I can't put her in my top 5 because her promos were so bad. I genuinely can't. If she had the promo work that CTP has now, then, man, you wouldn't be able to tell that chick nothing. And I mean nothing. Not one thing, my boys. Not one thing. And that's the art of writing a good promo. A good promo you can go back and look back and say, yeah, that was a defining moment in my universe mode. That's memorable. Yeah. Batista and Bayley are memorable characters. Yeah, Batista and Bayley changed CTP, but I can't say, yeah, you're one of the best things I've ever made in my series because of your promos. I can't say they're in my top 10. Yes, they're in my top 10, but they're not in my top 5. Pierre just asked for my top 5 is. I can easily name them off. Give me a quick second. I'll get that to you in a few. But closing this before I get to these questions real quick. Writing a promo, it takes work. It takes time. You will need to put effort into your promo. Because if you don't put effort in your promos and you, as they say, you put the mid effort, that's the PG way of saying it. I don't want to cuss on here right now. You will see it in the characters that you make. So please, don't pull a Coletrain from 3 years ago. Don't sing unless the character makes sense to sing. I'll get a voice manipulator to sing. If you can't sing, don't sing. I promise you. And don't keep them too long. This ain't a church. I shouldn't hear this person preaching for 20 minutes. Let it go. Leave it alone. 5 to 7 minutes. That's the sweet cherry pick on the promo. Segments should not go longer than 20 minutes. Point blank. Now, oh my God. I have my list right here of my top 5 Coletrain productions. This is CTP wise, people, by the way. This is not Universe Mode War. This is not my mode. That's not that, it doesn't exist yet. But this is my Coletrain Productions top 5. Number 5 would be Kenny Omega. Number 4 is Daniel Bryan. Number 3 is Finn Balor. Number 2 is AJ Styles. And my number 1 best, this is the guy for me, best thing going, one of the best things that I absolutely love in CTP. For me, it is Lorenzo Sampson. He's the number 1 guy. Let me tell you why. Let me tell you why. Lorenzo Sampson changed the game when it came to car wrestling on this channel. Because we've had some interesting Creators World Heavyweight Champions. When Sampson won the belt, it really, really was like, damn, now we're getting somewhere. It changed call booking on this channel forever. That's why he's number 1. And you're like, oh, Finn Balor is not number 1. AJ Styles is not number 1. With Sampson, I just get it. He gets it. And the storytelling and arc that Sampson has had in the last year has been absolutely incredible. Yeah, there, like, I'm gonna be honest, Pierre, it's a toss-up between those two. Most definitely. AJ Styles is that's my dog. That's my dog. I have been a massive fan of him it for the last 7 seasons, man. He is that dude. That he's number 2 for sure. There's nobody else that has that number 2 spot but him. Balor, y'all know Balor. He had that amazing WWE Championship ring. I did. Then what Expert did with Balor in season 7 and still continuing to do. Yes, Balor's number 3 easily. You know what I'm saying? And y'all know my love for AJ Styles, and you guys know how massive a fan I am of AJ Styles. But this is just booking, character development, wise. What you see on TV, how much I enjoy booking these guys. That's my top 5. Easily. What you see and how they've been portrayed. That's my top 5. 100%. And you know, that it might have come as a shock to some people that AJ Styles is not number 1. Hell, I mean, when I was thinking about it, it was shocking me at first too. But I mean, when I thought about it, I'm like, based on everything that's happened, based on everything, how much enjoyment I've gotten out of it, yes, Lorenzo Sampson's number 1. That's the guy. That's my favorite thing right now. If I go further with 6 and 7, Kenny King and PJ Black are right there. Number 8, you know, if I keep going further down the list, Apollo Crews, he's there. That's my dogs right there, man. John Cena's there. Tyler Phillips there. Those are my peeps. You know, Karrion Kross, Jon Moxley. If I can keep going down the list, but that's what I would say with that. How do you turn a tag team competitor into a single star effectively? Just have them have single star matches, and you can purgatory. That's right, good old purgatory. See, Pierre is woo. Pierre, he gets it. Pierre really follows our channel very closely. Somebody watched that WrestleMania match card and really listening to what we said. Good on you, Pierre. The easiest way to turn somebody into a single star and to make it very effectively is have them keep having singles matches, and possibly have, you could do this one or two ways. If you want to keep them together, just tell in storyline, say, hey, tell his tag team partner that I want to pursue this and such championship. I want to do this for us. And you can have them go, and you can have them split apart for a while and have him go do his own thing. Or if you want to tease a tag team breakup, just have the guy just keep waiting on his own, and the other guy just gets jealous. He's like, okay, so you don't care about me anymore, and you can build up a story of having them be jealous of one another and until the eventual turn. That's the best effective ways to book somebody as a single star. You gotta have a direction for them for one, and what it really depends on what you want to do with the character. At the end is how you should go about booking someone for a single star event. That's how I would do it. Booking a good show, Dynaman, goes in many directions. You got to have a story that you want to go, a good story with how you want your guys to end and to end your show. Have a great main event. Have the show revolve around the main event. Have a good opening. Have direction for everything you see. Everything you book on your television show should have a why. Everything you book on your television show should come back, and you should listen to it and be like, okay, this makes sense a week from now, 2 weeks from now. Have it build upon each other. That's the greatest way to write a professional wrestling show. If everything you do makes sense, and with the story you're telling, have it happen. Simple as that. That's how I would book a wrestling show. That's how I would go about doing it. Yeah, I did this with Montez and Angela as they had a loser leaves Raw match. Good job. That's perfect right there. You want to break them up without breaking them up. Just have somebody loser leaves the brand, and they got to go somewhere else. Then you can have whatever one you really want to be a single star effectively. They got no choice now. They can't rely on their tag team partner no more. That's perfect right there. I love that. Absolutely love that. Uh-huh. Y'all got any more questions for me, man? I'm just fanboying over here. I'm looking at this. Hmm. Absolute perfect way to do it, and there's no other way I would do it. Um, somebody I know is actually watching the stream right now. This is kind of funny. They just texted me on Snapchat. It's like, well, you're feeling better now. Yeah, I am. It's been a long 24 hours. If you know, you know. You know, I'm actually gonna. I need podcast material for the podcast. So I'm going to tell you guys about my last 24 hours on the podcast this weekend. So stay tuned for that. When I tell you, I've had one of the most interesting 24 hours that you will ever have, that I will ever have in my life, but that you will ever hear from a person, just wait. Just wait. Y'all will find out in the Train Talks podcast about that. All right. Now, it's free time. You guys can ask anything that you guys want to. I've covered the art of a promo. Go back and watch that. I've covered how to book a star after losing. Now it's Q&A time. I do have some Q&A questions from the emails, but obviously chat gets first call. So you guys can ask me anything that you want to. Nothing's offshoot. If I can't answer it, I won't answer it. Simple as that. You all know the rules. But any questions that you guys want answered, now is the time to ask them. The chat is open. I have the chat on my right hand side. I can see everything you guys type. Let it rip. It's question and answer time. I do have the email questions pulled up, which we will get to before we end the stream. But the stream has first call, first serve. So you guys are the priority. You guys come before the people that send me emails. Okay. So let it rip. Let me hear what you guys got for me today. I'm looking forward to this. All right. Okay. Interesting. Huh. I never expected this one. What was the original plan for CM Punk in season 7 before you brought in the bookers? Oh, okay. All right. So I did write some things for some people, specifically all the world champions, before the Booker's idea came into fray, and CM Punk was going to have a very, very interesting season. So post WrestleMania Las Vegas, obviously, all of that happened was still going to happen, sort of, but he was going to return at WrestleMania Las Vegas, but it was going to be in a different way. He was going to actually interrupt it was going to be after, it was after the World Championship. Where was that? Actually, hold on. I'm trying to think what I was going to do. So, everything with Finn Balor would have stayed the same. All that would have happened originally. And instead of us getting a CM Punk versus AJ Styles feud, we were going to get a CM Punk versus Adam Cole feud. That's the only difference. Adam Cole still would have won the WWE Championship, and instead of Punk interrupting how he did with AJ Styles, he was going to do that similar thing to Adam Cole, and we were going to lead into a CM Punk versus Adam Cole feud later on in the season. CM Punk was my pitched Money in the Bank winner. I pitched this to my uncle, fun fact. He was going to win the Money in the Bank in season 7. Because I was going to say that, season 7 in kayfabe was going to be the 10-year anniversary. What was it? I think in kayfabe, season 7 was going to be the 10-year anniversary of the Summer of Punk. That was my kayfabe thing at the time. So what we're going to do is Punk was going to say, I'm going to have the Summer of Punk again 10 years later. Because in the series, he's had a Summer of Punk. It was back in season 1. So he was going to do it again in season 7. He was going to win the Money in the Bank. Preferably, it would have been I would have had the Money in the Bank as its own show for the last time. Now, you guys know I was shifting towards from gimmick pay-per-views, but I wanted CM Punk to be the last winner of Money in the Bank at the specifically Money in the Bank pay-per-view. So he was going to win the Money in the Bank at the Money in the Bank pay-per-view. It was scheduled for June of season 7. And he was going to cash in. He was going to be the quickest Money in the Bank holder in Coletrain Productions history at only 2 months. He was going to cash in the Money in the Bank briefcase on Adam Cole, who was still at the time was going to be the WWE champion, because Adam Cole was going to hold the WWE title until SummerSlam. That was always in the cuff for me. He was going to win at WrestleMania, and he was not walking out of SummerSlam the champion. At the time, SummerSlam was in Phoenix. We had SummerSlam Phoenix planned. And WrestleMania for season 7 originally, I believe we said I have the place that we were going to, I believe it was still London. It was either London or we were going to do Brooklyn, not New York, like you know how you did. It was going to be a Brooklyn-based WrestleMania. That I had planned. I was gonna have black ropes. It was gonna be a nice little thing. I was gonna get like I was gonna see somebody can make me a WrestleMania logo with the Brooklyn Nets colors and stuff. I had all kind of ideas for my WrestleMania that year. It was gonna be WrestleMania Brooklyn, New York. That was the WrestleMania day. We were gonna have SummerSlam Detroit. So in Detroit, SummerSlam still would have been 2 nights because I was shifting towards the 2-night formula for SummerSlam anyway because I didn't want to make a 6.5-hour show. 2-night SummerSlam, night 2, Punk cashes in. He was going to win WWE Championship. Summer Punk would have began a little late because technically he would have started in June, held the Money in the Bank briefcase for 2 months, then he would have won the belt, and he was going to hold the championship for the rest of the season, basically. I was not going to have CM Punk lose the WWE Championship for the rest of the season. He was going to basically hold it for almost a full year. He wasn't going to lose it until season 8. At the next year's SummerSlam, basically, he would have lost it. And I had a couple guys that I wanted to do it. One of the guys I had that was going to do it was Noam Dar, not as King Dar. Eventually, Noam Dar would have won the Royal Rumble. And, actually, Noam Dar would have won King of the Ring. I'm sorry, not Royal Rumble. He would have won King of the Ring, not put the King Dar gimmick on. He would have been the Scottish Supernova because CM Punk would have been the babyface. Dar would have been the heel. He would have been a Supernova, and he would have beat Punk at SummerSlam. I would have built Noam Dar for the entire season. I mean an entire season. He would have been one of the hottest things in the series at that time. He would have won King of the Ring in season 8, beat CM Punk at SummerSlam. That was number 1. Number 2, I had AJ Styles. AJ Styles was going to beat CM Punk. They've never met. Well, at the time, they never met ever in the series. So they would have had their match, and AJ Styles would have beat him in season 8. AJ Styles would have now hold a championship for over 2 years in the series, and he finally would have won it in season 8. He would have beat CM Punk. AJ Styles probably would have just challenged him, honestly. He would have won. And the third guy I had was another person that I was going to build up. This was someone that I was really, really like wanting to shift focus for in season 7 and really, really rebound with him after his debacle or his thing. And that would have been Apollo Crews would have done it. Apollo Crews, I was really iffy with him, and I really messed him up. So I would have rebounded and fixed my mistakes over season 7. He would have done the same thing, won King of the Ring, and he would have beat CM Punk at SummerSlam in season 8. So basically, CM Punk in season 7 was going to be the WWE champion, and he was going to hold the championship for an entire year and lose it at SummerSlam to either Noam Dar, Apollo Crews, or AJ Styles. We never got that far with it because we were trying to get through season 7 plans. We didn't book for season 8. So that's why I don't really know who would have beaten him. But that was the cuffs before the Booker's idea came into fray. And that's how everything would happen. He was going to win Money in the Bank. We were going to have one more Money in the Bank show. He was going to win the Money in the Bank. He was going to cash in on Adam Cole and win the WWE Championship. Yes, Dino Man would have been booked. Fun fact, Dino Man actually would have been Creators World Heavyweight Champion later on in season 7. We would have the Dino World Order would have actually been a thing where he would have had a call group. We were actually going to make it a thing. I had plans to this was going to be a legit thing. It wasn't going to be a nickname. He was going to have his own call group. And he was going to team up with some of the calls that we had in the series at the time. And he was going to win the Creators World Heavyweight Championship in shocking fashion and he would have beaten Lorenzo Samson at WrestleMania in Brooklyn. Yes. That was the plan I had. It was the patience of really, if Dynamite would have been patient, he would have had his ball. Samson still would have won the Creators World Championship regardless. That was always planned. I basically, when I seen the guy, it was he had the title. It was easily, that was not a non-negotiable decision. He was going to win the championship. That was always planned. He who he would have beaten him, who would have beaten him, it would have been Dino Man. It would have been a built-up Dino Man, a massively over Dino Man, would have had his own group. Would have probably been one of the biggest calls in the series, and he would have had so much adversity, you guys would have believed in him. He would have had to go through so many uphill challenges to get to the hand of God, and it would have been Lorenzo Samson's first loss in the series would have come to Dino Man, and Dino Man would have won the big one at WrestleMania. Now, when Lorenzo Samson won the belt, I probably would have put the belt on him in June of season 7, and he would have held it all the way. Probably, so he would have won that Money in the Bank, and he would have held it all the way until WrestleMania Brooklyn, and he would have lost to Dino Man. Dino Man probably would have won the second annual Creators Tournament, which would have been held early January into February. It would have ended at Fastlane, and he would have been number one contender. I would have did a 2-month feud with him and Samson. Samson would have had mind games. I had Samson with the Hand of God chapters just to get under the skin of Dino Man. Like I said, so much adversity. If Dino Man would have lost a Hand of God chapter, he would have lost. He would have lost the what I'm trying to think. I'm losing my train of thought. He would have if he would have lost one of the Hand of God chapters, his number one contendership would have been vacated, and Lorenzo Samson would have been walking into WrestleMania with a championship with no opponent. And those chapters would have been the adversity I was talking about. He would have had to probably go through his own gauntlet at one point of 3 people. He would have to beat 3 people in one night. He would have possibly would have. I think I had something where he had a handicap too, and he would have to fight some of his old enemies. I had a lot of ideas. Like I said, it wasn't really like 100% concrete yet because we didn't really get that far with season 7. Like I said, that was my ideas with me, my uncle, and my cousin. We were still booking at the time, so it was mainly me and my cousin at the time. So we didn't really get that far because the Booker's idea came in and that squashed everything that we had planned. Pierre, how did Kenny Omega lose the NXT championship? That was explained. It should have been explained in the NXT TakeOver London video, but I believe there is a Coletrain CTTP match unreleased coming out on that, I think. But I'll get back to you on that because I should have explained it in the London video. How did he lose the championship? Because I was supposed to say it, but if I didn't, let me know. Jonathan, will there be more universe mode? Yes. Universe mode is not going anywhere. There will be universe mode war, and my mode. My mode will be the new WWE content for you guys. Universe mode is transitioning to AEW, Rampage, and RH in season 8. And Universe Mode War will consist of ECW and WCW. There is no Universe Mode's not going anywhere, man. It's on the way. Production is ramping up on everything I just said. You'll be getting content very, very soon. Being told that NXT TakeOver London will be finished this week. So I might be in the booth commentating NXT TakeOver London as early as next weekend. But I'll keep you guys up to date on that. There is no concrete dates for anything. I told someone about season 8. Expect season 8 next month, late May, early June. We'll be in season 8. There is, I know my WrestleMania matches that I made are done. And I know a couple of WrestleMania matches are complete already. So, and they're cooking. They're cooking we're cooking in the oven. It's the chicken is tendering right now, y'all. It's getting tender, and it's almost ready to be served. So stay tuned for that, ladies and gentlemen. Um, when's the next Ross McDaniel? I don't Donald what? I don't do that. I don't know what you're talking about. I don't really have a who is that? I might be showing my age, but guys, who is that? I don't talk about Jonathan. I genuinely don't know what you're talking about. Can I get a little bit more explanations on that? I don't know who that is. Um, but yeah, how let me see if I can. Um, for a universe for CTP, no, there will not be another Raw or SmackDown. Um, for season 7, we're going straight to NXT Takeover London, WrestleMania Night 1, and WrestleMania Night 2. That is my mode exclusive now, or will still be my mode exclusive starting after WrestleMania Night 2. Yes, Raw and SmackDown will be my mode. That is the WWE things that I'm talking about. So, there will be an explanation of the my mode timeline, general managers, the current champions, all of that fun gist. That video will be coming out very, very soon to establish that series. Um, so you guys look forward to that. Um, and that won't be starting until the summer of 2023. That's my goal. Um, Monday Night Raw and SmackDown for my mode, I have no timetable when that's going to be. It depends on when WrestleMania and NXT Takeover London comes out. Like I said, there is no more Monday Night Raw for season 7 CTP Universe mode. That's done. Um, that is now a my mode thing, and my mode has not completely started yet. My mode will start with the season premiere Monday Night Raw. That will come out after WrestleMania Night 2 is done. Probably I'm planning on having the release maybe 2 weeks after the big show's release. 2 or 3 weeks afterwards, you're going to see my mode stuff. My mode material is being being recorded, is being edited as we speak. It's getting as it gets to me, I'm editing it. And you'll be seeing the content very, very soon whenever it shows up. But no more Monday Night Raw and SmackDown for Coletrain Productions CTP Universe mode. Got it? My mode is the new Raw and SmackDown. Will I be a world champion? My call is currently, as of what I know, my call is not in my mode, so I have no idea. My mode is the new series that will be replacing the WWE content of things. I made a video on explaining what the concept of my mode, but I can give you a brief explanation of what it is real quick right here. I made a community tab of what it was going to be about. So give me a quick second. I have my notes right here of what my mode is. So my mode is the brand new WWE Universe mode stuff. It is currently being booked by 2 other Coletrain production members. That is not myself. I am not booking. I am not recording. I am not recording the show. I am only providing the voice of my mode. That's it. It's the only thing I am doing. It will be a TV14 based universe mode, or base series. I'm sorry. Basically, in this universe, WWE never went public, so there will be no PG things in there. There'll be blood, there'll be language, there'll be etc. It will be basically as a what if that WWE never went public. They're not a publicly traded company. No, they're on their own. It will have modern arenas with some elements of the ruthless aggression era in place, such as championships and set designs. For example, there will be no Universal Championship. There will be the Undisputed and WWE Championships used, but one brand will host the Clash at the Castle show. So there'll be modern arenas kind of be doing. There'll be a mixture of championships with old and new. It's just basically like what the bookers decide. So you're going to see like the two worlds collide basically. Um, it will be one of the most expansive rosters, wrestlers at their best. Obviously, nobody who's canceled, similar to how the Universe Mode War is and CTP Universe Mode is, will not show up. Fan feedback is a must for the series. We will use GMO like elements. There will be contracts. Trades will happen. I will say this guy has been traded from Friday Night SmackDown to Monday Night Raw. Contracts. I will mention contract details. For example, I know that John Cena will have a full 1-year deal with Monday Night Raw, which means he will be there the entire season. Just for an example, that I don't, you guys don't know if that's actually true or not, but that's what I mean about contracts. He's being paid this amount of money. Brock Lesnar's a part-time, he's on a part-time deal contract. He will only show up these amount of days, and his contract expires this day. So who will sign him? Will it be Monday Night Raw or will it be Friday Night SmackDown once his contract is up? There'll be storylines that play into contracts on TV that I will. That's why when I mention that, it will be like you're watching an actual. Well, the actual product doesn't say that, of course, on TV, but you will. It will feel like the most immersive series on the channel because I will mention things like how much this guy is getting paid, how long his deal is. I will mention the trades. That's what makes it different from Universe Mode, because in CTP Universe Mode, we don't have contracts. We have trades. We don't have contracts. Whoever's on their show is on their show. You assume that they're going to be there for the entire season. With my mode, there's going to be different sets of contracts like GMO. There'll be a 5-week contract. Somebody have a 5-week deal, an 8-week deal, a 12-week deal, a 4-year deal, a 9-month deal. That will be the different things that will be included and said on TV. And anything dealing with my mode will have the name in it. So whenever I talk about my mode, it will have the name in it. If it does not have the my mode name in it, that means it's not a my mode video. Do not get the series mixed up. It will be titled accordingly. It will be set accordingly. My mode season 7. My mode season 1. WWE2K Universe mode season 7, 8. WWE2K Universe Mode War Season 1, episode whatever. You know what I'm saying? It will be titled accordingly, so you don't have to worry about that. We will have a separate section of the channel where My Rise content will be only, just like how you have the CTP Universe Mode in a separate section. We have Universe Mode War in its own separate section. Another section will be made for My Mode content only. You can have your car in the series. I already have Tyler Phillip in the series. I know Dino Man will be in the series, not Damian Miles. Damian Miles is a Coletrain production exclusive character. Dino Man will be in this series. I know I have a couple other calls that are lined up that will show up in my mode. We will have a call. We will have a call section that will serve as the call division, and they will have their own world championship for both brands. So they will be able to be in on both shows, and that will be the only division that you will see on both brands, because everybody else will be exclusive to their brands. Basically runs like the Cruiserweight Championship. And that's it. That's what my mode is. That's the premise of my mode, basically. Hopefully I answer your question. Will you, of course there'll be more Universe Mode War. That's it's not going anywhere. I promise you. John Cena is not a 17-time world champion in any of my universe modes. So I don't know when he's ever going to do that. That might be in 2029 for all I know. What time is WrestleMania? I don't know yet. There's no date and time set for WrestleMania London. I will let you guys know when I know when WrestleMania London will be released to the public and premiered. You guys will find out as soon as I know. Who will be in the AEW Universe mode? I cannot say who will be in the AEW Universe mode. There will be a WWE draft. where you will find out majority of the rosters. You'll just find out whenever season 8 premieres. That is kind of spoilery. I cannot say who will be on each show. That will be released to the public whenever it's time. So there you go. Hopefully I cleared up all of you guys' questions. What's up, Alpha? Welcome to the stream. Thank you so much for joining us. If you guys got any more questions, I'm still in my Q&A period. We're gonna be on here for about like 10 or so more minutes, and then I'm gonna wrap things up. Um, so yeah, make sure you guys answer the questions. Or ask the questions you guys need to ask. No, man, hey, man, nothing much is going on with me. I've had a very interesting 48 hours, and I'm doing this stream out of fan request. You guys asked for me to stream today, and I had some time on my hands, surprisingly. And now we're streaming here tonight. So, yes, I am from Prototype Night server. Prototype Night was one of the people I kept up with when I first started YouTube. That is me, the one that always be sharing the videos in there. Hall of Famer. Oh, well, if you're talking about me, then yes, I really appreciate for calling me a Hall of Famer. I be trying, y'all. I be trying. I noticed your name from the server. In Night server. Very, very interesting that you have joined us today. I'm glad to have you. If this is your first time watching, hit that subscribe button, people. We're so close to 2,200 subscribers. So if you guys can help us out, get there. Please hit that subscribe button. I know you guys have been coming in, and I appreciate you guys for subscribing the last couple of days. Y'all have come in at a perfect time, folks. This is the time to be a Coletrain fan, man. A lot of things are going down. There's as I put out in my community tab earlier on today, there is literally something for everybody on this channel today. Every single person has something to look forward to, has something to watch. And that has been one of the greatest goals I've tried to have whenever I first created this channel. I don't know what's going on with something's in my face. There. I think I got it. Well, I was like, I was using my face. I was like, with the freaking mic, I tried to find my thing. I need to get my hair washed. Probably will do that after the stream's over, and go get this together for my next interview, whenever I have my next interview. But I appreciate it, man. I'll be trying. Thank you for the support on the videos. I hope you say you enjoyed them. There's plenty more where that has come from. Keep in mind, folks, if you guys haven't noticed, I am a college student, so videos do take longer than you normally with other people. But when quality over quantity, folks, that's always what I have preached since I had this new initiative with the Bookers in 2021. We've preached quality over quantity. It will not be something that's not of standard released. That I will make sure there's something that you enjoy on these shows, basically, because it's the CTP standard, and we look to uphold that standard in everything we do. So I really, really appreciate you for checking out some of the videos. We have a lot of videos here, but I try to playlist them as best as possible for new members and new channel subscribers, where you guys can come in and be not as lost as possible. Again, if you guys have not checked out, I'm going to put a link to WrestleMania London's card. You guys can go check out the WrestleMania London card. We are still doing a prediction contest with that, so make sure you guys go check that video out, so you guys know what's going on with WrestleMania London. Go check out the NXT Takeover London match card video. I'm plugging those videos in the stream down below. So when this is over, you guys can go back and listen to those streams and listen to that video, so you know what's going on with the current universe mode series. So make sure you guys go look at those things and plan accordingly with that. Um, and as I said, Jonathan, the only thing that will be WWE related will be my mode starting after season 7's over. So those are the two videos you guys can go check out so you guys can be caught up with the current CTP universe mode. We just released ECW and WCW in the same week. So you guys can go check those videos out to get caught up on what's going on with Wrestle War and Living Dangerously. There will be a Universe Mode Central where I will have the entire Wrestle War and Living Dangerously cards once again talked about. So yeah. I do have a TikTok account. I just don't post on it. I don't know how admittedly, I don't know how to use TikTok. And the funny part is I'm a computer science major, but I don't know how to use TikTok. It's very hilarious. But and yes, you can plug your storylines to me in Discord. Just DM me on Discord and I will answer whenever I can. Alpha, that is fine. Also, back to your question. I don't know how to use TikTok. I can't dance. I might could sit here and say, "Oh, here comes Kenny Omega down the ring," but I can't dance. I dance for fun, and I'll be trying. Okay. But I have thought about putting some of my wrestling content on TikTok because I do have a lot of memes. I do have a lot of videos where you can say that, "Oh yeah, this guy gets it." He's funny. So I'm thinking of doing that eventually. But yeah, I don't know when that's gonna happen anytime soon, ladies and gentlemen. So yeah, I'll let you guys know whenever that is a thing. So yeah, we'll see. Maybe I can learn how to do TikTok and I'll figure it out eventually. But yeah, that is something I do want to delve on in and have an avenue in as we get. I am also looking to do more YouTube shorts too. So I've only made one, but I'm trying to include those in the channel as well, because that's another avenue to grow fast on YouTube. But if you guys don't have any more questions, we've been live at half an hour, almost 2 hours. We can wrap it up here. I'm taking questions for 2 more minutes, and then I'm gonna wrap things up on the stream because we've been live long. We've been live enough time for people to come in and ask their questions, any comments they have, any concerns, all that stuff like that. Hopefully, I answered as many as your concerns as possible. But next 2 more minutes, I'm gonna give you guys 2 more minutes, and then we're gonna wrap things up here, man. But yeah, I am. They say I am a walking meme because my facial reactions just never, never, never lie. Oh my god! Someone pulled the meme from this video already. Oh god, there's already been a meme. I can't stand y'all already. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god, that's funny. That's funny. I wish I could show you guys the meme, but I don't think I could put a picture on here. Can I? Let me see what this is. Oh, I can show my screen. I ain't doing that. Oh, that's how they be doing them watch parties. Oh, okay. You could do a picture in picture. That's neat. And you could do a and I could just show a promo package or something. That'll actually kind of be cool. Let me see. Well, I thought about a good way to end the video, but I was like, wait, well, the context to that is gone now, so I can't really play that Coaching Productions commercial no more, unfortunately. So, well, that was a good video idea I was going to end it with, but no. All right, man. Hope you guys enjoyed. That's my 2 minutes. No more questions will ask. Remember to be glorious at every single thing you do. Be phenomenal or be forgotten. Like this video up, subscribe, share. And I will see you guys for Universe Mode, My Mode, and Universe Mode War in the near future. I've been your host, Coletrain. See you guys next time. I believe our next video should be the interview with Lucy Ray. Coletrain Interviews, episode number 5 will be with Lucy Ray. That is our next video. And then after that, we'll be hopefully shifting gears into universe mode content. What do you want, Dynaman? What's up? Wait, Cole. Please don't go. Please wait, Cole. Wait. What's your question, man? What's your question? What's your question? I'm curious. I'm waiting. Discord exists. We'll talk there. Like, subscribe, share. Peace. See you guys later. I'm out.